my race against death. As the author description in my book says, I am a 3-time cancer survivor and a kidney transplant recipient. Cancer at the age of 30, followed by another cancer at 37 and one more at 39. And 25 years of kidney transplant. Yeah. Thanks to my mother, who generously donated her kidney to me in 1998 when I was 23 years old, giving me a second chance at life. My book got published a month back. Last week, one of my friends texted me and said, Shoba, I got your book and I put it to use right away. I was like, what does she mean by putting it to use right away? We all know what we do when we get a book. We glance through all the pages, we skim through it. Is it really worth reading, or should I read 10 pages, leave it aside, 100 pages, whatever. She jumped to chapter 14, where I talk about what you have to say to cancer patients and what you should not. She immediately took screenshots of that chapter and sent it to all her friends, because one of their friends has been diagnosed with cancer. They were in shock. Shock. And that's exactly why I wrote that book. I have been there, done that quite a few times, I should say. I have been in shock, helpless. And when somebody is in shock and they are helpless, I want them to go through the lessons I have learned. It's interesting the perspectives you see when people go through the book. I have so many lessons imbibed in the book. How to be your own advocate, be empathetic, have somebody in your corner, on and on and on. But one person he decided it will hashtag Kindle quoted my book. Yeah. And the quote that he said was about how all the standards when you look around you, including this air-conditioned room, is done giving preference to a man. And women are not included often in many trials. And this can prove dangerous, especially when you're deciding on the dosage of a drug being given to anyone, for any disease for that matter. Especially if you have a 5-foot Asian woman who is going to get a standard dosage equivalent to a Caucasian man. I found it very intriguing that was the quote he got despite all the lessons I had put. But I have one key takeaway from the book. My key lesson, it's right in the cover of the book, so you won't miss it. I am not my disease. I'm a lot more than that. In the past 27 years, I have been in the semiconductor industry. Right now, I work in the lithium-ion battery industry. I am a distinguished Toastmaster. I spoke to Darren a while back, and I was happy to meet Mark. I was elated to meet Mark today. And I have done so many other things in life. I am my own self-made woman, and cancer survivor is not only my identity. How many of you know someone or the other who has seen cancer here? I knew it. I'm sure, literally everyone. Go back home today, give them a hug, or if it is you, give yourself a hug. You need it too. And tell them, that's not their only identity. You are not your disease.